Okay, I'm just trying to see what we have here. All right, so we started the Silent Comet back Munich meeting, and it was more shaped up in Miami. We did the BOF, I think, at that time. Since then, we grew a little bit. One extra company, NTT. Thanks for joining us. And this is something we already have some demo we could show. Like, you know, we took this from 3 different aspects. Like, you know, 3 companies, they had 3 different demo on purpose. Tata, we focus on troubleshooting, which is type of day 2 support, right? NTT focus on day 1, like provisioning, like, you know, and Amartys focused more on day 2, but using a lot of tools that we have available today with us. So we don't want to use LLM just to use LLM. We have a lot of tools we could use today, and we keep LLM just for what it do best, like, you know, natural languages, right? So why this is good for the community, and again, we could go over the demo, but this is one of the first steps toward the really closed-loop troubleshooting and fully automated NaaS platform, right? From the day 1, like provisioning even the network, as NTT will show, like in the demo, to troubleshooting, speeding up troubleshooting without the need to hire expertise, like expert engineer to do that, to leveraging all the tools we already know and use today, plug it into that NaaS platform. So that is one of the like initial business value. But we don't stop there, right? The thinking is, again, like everybody talk about AI, but how we're going to use AI? Right? Everybody talk about data. Nobody has data, right? So we're trying to use some given or known data, let's say provisioning guideline, network diagram, configuration guidelines, stuff we do have, right? So imagine now you allow your customer to troubleshoot their own problem, but without sharing that with them. Because you're going to share that window or that NaaS portal or platform through API maybe, and they could even do troubleshooting without even knowing what does your network look like, right? Because you augment that knowledge through your network documentation. Let's say we're talking about this documentation without sharing that with them, right? So this is another value a feature you could provide to customer day 2, right? And then they could self-manage. They could even provision for everybody. Talk about, okay, you could self-provision your new services. Fine. Now you could self-provision. You could self-troubleshoot. You could do all that stuff. And further, even if the customer has additional knowledge in their domain, they could augment it from the other side. So now they have more complete end-to-end ecosystem that cover, again, everything we want NaaS to cover, right? So, so this eventually will enhance the user experience, of course, right? As I said, from troubleshooting to self-provisioning. Enterprise, as I said, like customer could do their own self-sufficient services, right? You just automate everything. And at the end of the day, maybe not only we eliminate the expertise, we might eliminate the human involvement in this whole life cycle. I mean, I know a lot of engineers won't be happy, but this is, so we don't have to even ask the assistant about the problem. It trigger it the minute it detects that, like we talk about the agent, of course. So if you add even that, the minute you detect a problem, then basically the assistant tells you what you need to do, rather than go, I mean, you'll see in the demo, You'll ask the assistant, okay, what's wrong with my network? And the assistant will use some tool, will do some troubleshooting and tell you. You don't even need to do that at some point if you start like monitoring and measuring everything going on in your network, right? This is, again, not much time, but hopefully you'll stop by the station and we'll go over it. This is where the 3 use cases for the POC came from, the different aspects, as I said. You have on the left-hand side, where Amartya's team is focusing on the, how they use the tool, and they use still troubleshooting, because the idea is, if I take 2 use cases and then compare them, like Tata and Amartya's RCA, speed up RCA, but then we tackle them from different aspects, like one from how can I use efficient tooling, how can I reuse all the stuff I do today, right? And then maybe use a model that exists on OpenAI. You don't have to do open source model like you download on your premise, right? Tata, we said, okay, no, I have some sensitive information. I want to install that, whatever is available. I'm not going to replace all these pre-trained LLM. I'll use it. I don't want to retrain it. I don't have the resources. I just want to augment to it my network knowledge. Whether, again, depending on your network knowledge, this is basically how many use cases you could cover, right? For now, it's just troubleshooting. And the entity team, they use this as a NaaS platform to do the day one, the provisioning, self-provisioning, whether into the cloud or the network. And we hope, since this is a multi-year project, we're going to combine all that stuff to deliver that fully automated, real NaaS, what we think, AI-powered platform, right? I guess my time is up a while ago, but 5 minutes. All right? So please come see us at the booth. It's right outside. Thanks for the perfect spot, I guess.